So this is going to be some bell work while I write in the header to our notes for today.
Excuse me, sir.
So 2 times 5n plus 6 plus 12 is equal to 7 times n minus 3. So everyone, please write this down in your notes. Yes. And work on this while I just complete the header for the notes. Okay, so let's work on the bell work together. Let's go through this. What's the first step in the process? Distribution. So distribution is going to be and we are going to have 10n plus 12 plus 12 is equal to 7n minus 21. We're going to combine like terms. And so we have 12 and 12. And of course we've got to subtract some stuff from both sides or add. And so 24 plus 21 is going to give us 45, and that's going to be equal to 7n minus 10n is minus 3n. And so we're going to subtract negative 3 from both sides, or divide by negative 3. And this will be n is equal to negative 15. Okay. We're going to pick up today with solving systems of linear equations in two variables, x and y, by substitution and elimination. From the review. Excuse me. We're going to solve this by substitution. We can see that this top equation, always number them, get in the habit of numbering them so that we can just refer to the numbers and not top and bottom equations or some other way of referring to them. So solve substitution. We can see that equation number 1 is already solved for us directly for y. So we can plug or substitute number 1 into number 2. And so that's what we'll do. We need to perform distribution. Let's be aware that we have a negative 9 that we have to carry through, that negative sign. Combine like terms. and we have minus 37 is equal to minus 62. The additive identity property. So minus 37x is equal to minus 37. Minus 62. We have to divide by 37. Negative 62 over 37. This is the multiplicative inverse property. That's the multiplicative inverse property. Okay. Any questions on this problem? Yes. Take the pass. Okay. Number 22. We'll solve by substitution. And we can see here that we don't have one of these equations solved directly for y or for x. And so what we need to do is solve for one of those variables in terms of the other variable and then substitute that into the other equation. So we're going to number our equations as number 1 and number 2. Now, which one of these do we want to solve? We want to solve the second one for y in terms of x. So we're going to add 2x to both sides, plus 2x, y is equal to 4 plus 2x. Of course, this is the additive identity property. Just gives us a 0. And like terms have all been combined, and so we have y is equal to 2x plus 4. We're going to substitute this into number 1. Substitute well, number 1 is negative 6x plus 3 times 2x plus 4. Is equal to 6. Distribution. Combine like terms. And we get 0 is equal to negative 6. Is this a true statement? No. So therefore, is there a solution? No. No solution. You don't always get a solution. And of course, this here is the additive identity property. That gives you 0 there. Please take the oh, well, she's going right there. Number 23. Solved by elimination. Well, what do we notice about these two equations? we can just add them directly together, right? And then we're going to eliminate which variable? The x's. And so when we add them directly together, we are going to get that's the multiplicative inverse property. Of course, that's the additive identity property that allows you to eliminate a variable. So we have y is equal to -1. What do we need to do now? Find x. Well, which equation do we want to substitute it into? Does it make a difference? It doesn't make a difference, but we always want to try to choose one with the variable, the coefficient of the variable we're solving for as positive. And which one do we see has that? Number 2. We're trying to solve for x, and we see that the 2 here is positive. So every time you have an opportunity to work with a positive number, you should do that. Which property is being used here? The 6 minus the 6? Which property? That gives us 0? The additive identity property? Which property is being used here that allows us to divide? The multiplicative inverse property. You see these two properties, you use these two properties all the time. And there's only nine basic properties. And 2 of them have been used pretty much all lessons so far. the solution is 1 and -1. Number 24. So we're going to solve this by elimination. In order to eliminate, we need to cross multiply. Well, we see the bottom has a 3 and a 6 up top here. So what would we need to multiply the bottom one by to get a -6 so that we can eliminate? A -2. So we're going to multiply number 2 by -2. And then we have to distribute. And now we need to add this result to number 1. So we have 6x and so we add the new number 2 to this. And so we have 0x plus 13y is equal to 1. This is the additive identity property. This, of course, is the multiplicative inverse property. So now we need to substitute y equals 1/13 into which one? Number 1? That's fine. Substitute y is equal to 1/13. And solve for x. And so we have 6 is equal to -3. And so we have 6x plus 5/13 is equal to -3. Is equal to -3. We're going to use our additive identity property. Okay, so or combine like terms. Minus 5/13 minus 5/13. And that's going to give us 6x is equal to -3 minus 5/13. Yes. Yes. Well, now we have to remove the denominator here. So we have to get rid of the denominator. Eliminate the denominator. And we have to use the multiplicative inverse property. And so by doing so, we're going to multiply everything by 13. It's the reciprocal of 1/13. And so we're going to multiply everything by 13 times 6x is equal to 13 times -3 minus 13 times 5/13. Well, of course, this cancels out now. And we're left with 13 times 6 is going to be 78. 13 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1, 78. 13 times 3 is 9, is 39, but minus 39. And then we have minus 5. And so we're going to combine like terms. Is minus 44. And of course, we're going to use our multiplicative inverse property again. and we're left with x is equal to negative 44 over 78. Is there a greatest common factor? What is it? So we're going to factor out the GCF equal to 2, and we're left with x is equal to negative 22 over 39. So we have y is equal to 1/13 and x is equal to negative 22 over 39. So the solution excuse me. So this is the solution. Oh, that was a long problem. Hopefully on a test you guys can not have to do every single step, right? You shortcut a lot of this and it should be pretty quick. Okay. Let's work on one more, and it's going to be a word problem. Just listen, if you're taking notes and you're studying your notes, you'll be fine for the test, I promise you. Number 25. Or if you're not taking notes and you're not going to get a note grade, then you need to go to Canvas and review the notes. And if you need to, then watch the video and listen to the audio. Number 25. So this word problem has to do with selling tickets. And so the word problem says, Kayla's school is selling tickets to the annual talent show. So ticket sales. So let's just pull out the important information, okay? So ticket sales. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 2 senior citizen tickets. So day 1, ticket sales. Day 1. We have 2 senior citizen tickets. We have 10 student tickets. For a grand total sales were $66 in total sales. On day 2, we have 4 senior citizen tickets, and we have 12 student tickets. And the total on this day is going to be $86. Now, of course, we're selling tickets, and I think as long as you set these up right and you extract the most important information, just like this, you can see exactly how this is going to work out. What do you want your student tickets to be, variable-wise? X. Okay. We're going to let that be our X. Or our senior citizen ticket, sorry. So senior citizen be X and student tickets will be what? Y. All right, so let's go ahead and write the equations out here. So we have that's equal to 2x. This is equal to 10y. And of course, this is equal to 66. This is equal to 4x. This is equal to 12y. And this is equal to 86. Now we have our linear equations right here. So it's just this plus this is equal to this. This plus this is equal to this. And we'll write them horizontally. And so we have up here 2x plus 10y is equal to 66. We have over here 4x plus 12y is equal to 86. So let's write our system now as 2x plus 10y is equal to 66. We have 4x plus 12y is equal to 86. Okay, so here's our system. And which we're going to solve this by elimination. Okay, which one do we want to eliminate? The x's. And how are we going to do that? By multiplying number 1 we're going to multiply number 1 by what? By negative 2. So cross multiply. Cross multiply number 1 by negative 2. And we're going to have negative 2 times 2x plus 10y is equal to 66. Of course, we're going to now distribute this through. And we have minus 4x minus 20y is equal to minus 66, and 66 is 132. Minus 132. So this is going to be our new number 1. We're going to add this to number 2. So number 2 is, we have 4x. Put this over here. So we have 4x plus 12y is equal to 86. That's our number 2. And then our new number 1 is going to be minus 4x minus 20y is equal to minus 132. And so we're going to use elimination, add these two together. Of course, the x's are going to cancel out. And we're going to have minus 20y, and 12 is minus 8y. This is going to be equal to 14 and 32. 42, 46, so minus 46. And so we're going to divide by negative 8. Negative 8. Y is equal to 46 over 8. And so now that you have your ticket sale, this is your ticket price for Y. Substitute into, which one do we want to substitute it into? Number 1. Substitute into number 1 and solve for x. So our number 1 is going to be 2x plus 10 times 46 over 8 is equal to 66. 2x, 10 times 46 is 460. So 2x plus 460 over 8 is equal to 66. Minus 460 over 8, minus 460 over 8, and we have 2x is equal to 66 minus 460 over 8. We have to get rid of the denominator, so we multiply everything by 8. So 8 times 2x is equal to 8 times 66 minus 8 times 460 over 8. Those cancel out. So 8 times 66 is what? Somebody do that calculation. Oh, never mind, I got it. So 528. So 16x is equal to 528 minus 460. So that's going to be 40 and 28 is 68. So 16x is equal to 68. And 68 divided by so x divide by 16, divide by 16, x is equal to 4.25. Okay, our y was 46 divided by 8. Okay, so, sorry guys. So 46 divided by 8 is equal to $5.75. Okay, I'm going to go back down for you. Okay, so what we have is we have Y represented what now? Student tickets. So student tickets are equal to $5.75 per piece. And our X's represented the senior citizens, and those are $4.25 a piece. So senior citizen tickets are equal to $4.25, and student tickets are equal to $5.75. Okay.